Into the Badlands returned again. What an episode this was. Episode 6. We're coming to the end of the series now. We got like 4 episodes left. It's going to be a lot going on. I really liked what we saw in this episode. I think we learned a lot about different characters, had some dynamic shifts, seen a lot of different things happening. So let's just quickly talk about it, see what's going on. I think my favorite part about this episode is learning a lot about Baji and what happened to him in his past and his relationship with Sunny. I thought their dynamic, Sunny and Baji, I think are becoming the next great buddy cop in this series. I really like everything going on with them. And I think learning about what happens to Baji and what he did is a really nice way to set us up for something more going on with him. And we know that he can fight now. Sure, we've seen him fight before. We've seen that, but we know he can fight now because of where he was trained and all that different stuff. I thought that was a really interesting thing we haven't really seen before. And that's really exciting from him because it makes his character a little more unique, different than what we saw from him before. It's going to add another layer to him. That's going to be really exciting to see going forward. I liked that. I liked how he would fight against the Abbotts because that's who he was. He was once an Abbott, which was something I was kind of expecting. When we have the scene earlier when they're at this like hotel-looking thing and it's snowing and that, and the car pulls up and he hides in the tank of water, I was like, what's going on with him here? Is he hiding because he knows them or because he's wanted from them? There's something else going on there. I didn't figure that out till later. I thought maybe. I had this theory going on that maybe Sunny used to be one of those people who had the power. But now I get that it's Baji, and I think that's really cool. I think that's going to be an interesting thing to see. And it just makes Sunny's character more interesting. They could have easily made him this all-powerful guy. But now he's going to be like a simple guy just trying to figure out his life again. I thought that's really exciting. And Baji's fighting was awesome when he does the freeze thing on the guy's neck. I thought that was really cool. It's nice to see Sunny be a hero. We see that a lot, but I think it's still a really nice thing to see when he's waiting in the room with Portia and Amelia. This is because we like Sunny. We want to see him be good. Every time we see him good in this, I really like it. Really good episode for Sunny. He didn't do a lot in this episode. You know, he fought some people. He did a few things. He was a good guy. Brought Portia to this like weird old man healer who is it her dad? I don't know. But I really like that. You can see Sunny really wants to go find his wife, and it's going to be really exciting. Is Vale his wife? I can't remember. He wants to go find Vale. And it's nice to see that again. I really hope he gets into the Badlands. Are we ever going to get into the Badlands? I don't know. I want to see him get in there. I want to see him find Vale because she's going through so much shit right now. And I just want to see her and Sunny get together with little Henry or whatever they rename it. If they're going to rename it. I don't know if they will. But that's really cool to see. And MK. 6 episodes. MK finally does something. I'm so happy. He's been on this weird island for so long in the mountains and the waterfall, wearing a purple robe. Now he's in a green cloak. He's finally getting out of there. He's doing something good. And who comes to help him? Ava. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting Ava to come to the return and help him there. But it really made sense, I guess. You know, did she like him? I guess they kind of had this like weird chemistry. I don't know. It's weird that, did she really love him? I don't know. I get that if they're friends, she'd go. I didn't really feel like she loved him, but if she did, whatever, that's not a big deal. They have really good chemistry together, and I've liked when we have this talk with them about, like, the old world, because it makes you think of what happened before this happened. There's a lot going on. Were the guns still there? Did they get rid of guns? What happened? And we see the Wired magazine with the outline of the house and the world and the city, and you can see MK's like, that's on the metal thing that he took from the widow. That was a really nice scene because I want to learn more about what happened to the world. And they don't have to directly tell us what happened to the world because I can understand suspension of disbelief. I understand something happened. I'm not expecting to learn so much about it where it's going to take away from the story. I would just like to learn something else, like was there an attack? Was there a war? Are these the survivors, the remnants, something like that? That's something I would like to learn. But I'm not like antsing to know like every little detail. It's just going to be nice to find out something that happened. I think that's really nice. I really did like MK and Ava in this episode. I think when they figured out what their story was going to be and they learned a bunch of stuff about them, I thought that really made sense. It was really worked. It's going to help their story going forward. Well, it's one of their stories. I am kind of jumping around here. I'm going from person to person. But I think one of my favorite parts of this episode was the finale that we had with Sunny and Baji. And when they find MK, it made me really happy that Sunny and MK ran into each other. They're together again. That's awesome. I'm really happy about that. And MK doesn't have his power anymore. That's weird. Because when he gets his head smashed in when he grabs the carrot, which is a scene I loved because a carrot, that's weird. Carrots are gross. not really. I don't know why I said that, but it's so weird because you're like, oh man, he's gonna do something dangerous to this guy, but nope, gets cut. His face is all scratched up. Doesn't kill him. It's like, wow. And when he's fighting, I just thought it was incredible. There's so much going on in this episode of all these guys, and when Sunny and MK finally meet again, they take out the Abbotts. I thought that was really good. Sadly, Ava dies. She takes one of them out, though. Her 2-finger punch to the neck. That was fucking awesome. Oh, why'd they kill her? I was just starting to like her. She finally had something going on. She's not like, I don't have a master. And in her death, when she's talking about, is there an afterlife? Is there a rebirth? What's going on here? And MK doesn't say anything. I thought that was incredible. It made her death meaningful, even though we haven't really liked her as a character. I mean, she's not a bad character. She wasn't a bad person. It's just she didn't do anything for the story. This was her main story point, is to show that she could kill them because she used her like weird black eye power. So did the Abbotts. It was really cool. And then we have Baji coming in with the truck. I thought that was really good too. There's a lot going on with these characters, and I really did like that. Now, one thing I didn't like about this episode, and it's not a bad thing, it's a little criticism, is Tilda and Odessa. And I know it's like a topic we can touch upon in probably another video, but it felt forced to me. And I know, I still think Tilda and MK are going to get together. I still think that's going to happen. But why do we have to have this like part of Tilda where she's trying to figure out who she is and all that? We see that in literally every single TV series. One of our characters is trying to figure out who they are by experimenting and doing different things with maybe the same sex, the opposite sex. I get that. I know that happens in everything. I don't need to see that here. I don't. You can have so many things going on. I thought Odessa was an interesting character when they first introduced her. And now I don't like her as much anymore. It's because I've seen this plot line before. These two characters that are so broken, they don't have a lot going on, and they need each other for comfort. I don't need to see that from these characters. They could have Odessa be a badass and, do something else there. They could have Tilda not have to go down this road. And I did like the line Waldo said. It's like, I don't care who you love. I don't care who you're with. But look what happened to Sunny. Sunny fell in love and he got fucked. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't fall in love. Don't meet those people. And I don't think it's going to be a big part of the story. I don't. I can handle it just being a small part of it. But I don't need to see the whole Tilda and Odessa relationship. I just think it's a part that they could do without. I get why it's in there. I do. I don't like it that much. And if you like it, that's fine. I understand. There's a lot there. It's just not for me. And it's not because I'm homophobic. It's just, I don't need to see that because we see it in everything of a bunch of other stuff. All of these things. I don't care. I don't care about it. We do see that Vale is taken to the Widow's Outpost or whatever. I thought that was incredible. And I think that's going to be a really interesting story because I loved having Vale there. It made sense. I thought she was going to run into MK, and that's how they're going to get to Sunny. But it makes sense that she'd be captured and she'd be brought there. It's really cool. I'm excited to see where that goes. I thought that was really fun, really different. I wasn't expecting it. Like I said, I thought she'd get with MK. So the fact that she goes there, I thought it was really nice. Her and the Widow and their banter, that was really cool. And I did like the scene. I'm going to jump back to the beginning now. The opening shot of this whole episode, as we see that what happened in the last episode, Quinn blew up all these people. We see blood. We see guts. There's people losing limbs. There's bones. There's everything on this ground. There's dismembered body parts. What the hell? How come we can see such good television on AMC, but yet The Walking Dead is just so boring? This looks so beautiful, looks so good. And we have Lydia, she's okay. Her ear was bleeding, that I thought was really cool. And then she goes up, and we get the scene later with her, she's captured by Quinn. Quinn says, I gave Ryder a chance to kill me, and he hesitated. Now you can kill me or you not, gives her the dagger, and she just stabs him. Like, he doesn't, just a nice little, romantic stab just above the heart. I thought that was really nice, really beautiful. I guess that's so intimate, it's so hot, it's so sexy that they start to, make out. Cool. I think Lydia and Quinn are a good team, good pairing. I thought that was going to be really interesting. And I like where we're going with this. I want to see more of Lydia. I want to see more of Quinn being crazy. And we do get more crazy Quinn near the end of this episode when he goes to make the deal with the Widow. I thought that was a really nice scene, honestly, when she's on the stairs and he walks in and they're having this conversation, a really great conversation. and they send their people away. And what happens is so nice. He says, "I know you have Vale, give me Vale back." And this is where you start to not like the widow as much. Come the very end of the episode, she talks to Vale and says, if you can't decipher this book, you can just go back where you are. There's Quinn at the top of the stairwell, and there you go. Widow makes the first bad decision by sending Vale back to Quinn, and it just makes you angry because you like Vale, you like the widow, but why'd you do that, widow? Why'd you do that? So there's a lot good in this episode. There really is. Everything with Sunny and Baji, learning about Baji's past as he was an Abbott. He had the ability, he knows how to fight. Everything with MK and Ava. So much good in this episode. Seeing Lydia again, I loved a lot of stuff going on. It's a good episode. It's one of the best I think the show has put out in a while, and I'm excited to see where we got going forward. Let me know what you think of this episode, if you liked it, what you didn't like, and I will catch you in the next video. Good luck.